is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy D Dyson. Monarch Legacy of Monsters. I believe it's episode 4 or episode 4. So we get a continuation of the whole group is kind of stranded in Alaska. And I remember I seen somebody make a joke that Kurt Russell is back in Alaska since The Thing in the 80s. But they are trying to get away from the ice monster, and they trying to figure out as a group, you know, where their dad is, and they seen the pencil shavings knowing that he's still alive. So as they're trying to track and trying to find their dad, they're basically stranded because their plane got sucked up. So now they're just on a hunt, trying to find anywhere they can kind of camp out or be. But then the monster shows up, and they had to run into like this little small cave, and in doing so, Black Chick stuck her foot into like a snow cap, and then it fell and it got real gooey, where it got real cold and real gooey. And then she was like, I have a cut, and she could basically die from hypothermia. So their race is against the clock, because as the sun goes down, they don't really have anywhere to kind of camp out. So that makes a rift between Black Chick and the brother, where basically it's his girlfriend, but it's not really, because they just had so much tension and bad buildup afterwards, that he kind of proposes to the group like, hey, I saw something earlier, we should go that way. And it was like, no, we should kind of keep going this way. So they get into it, and then they go their separate ways, and in doing so, they're going their separate ways. They do the flashback of them being together when they first met each other and how their relationship built up. And kind of fast forwarding through that, they kind of, as the brother, I'll get his name soon, but as he's going through the cold mist, it looked like he's about to die. And you start hearing voices, and he goes upon like kind of like a trance, where it looks clean like he's going, but it's still dirty, but it looks clean. But he eventually sees his dad, like, it's weird out here how it is. And, you know, it basically led him to safety, where he found a kind of like a network thing where he can kind of say like, hey, yeah, we're in trouble, send help type of thing. Meanwhile, Kurt Russell and the girls, they go over and they find a nice shaded area with rocks, and eventually was able to start a fire. Here comes the ice monster. Ice monster comes and knocks out the fire and sucks up the fire, and that's what keeps it. Basically, that's his food. So as Kurt Russell kind of sees that, he was like, okay, yeah, now I understand this thing. It's attracted to heat. It loves heat. So in doing so, he kind of sparks up a little plan to kind of, you know, make sure that he could blow up something so it can attract it as they get away. And he does that, and then lo and behold, it's the brother in a helicopter. It was like, man, come on. And as they're running, they're kind of like seeing him like, oh my gosh. So they make an escape for it. They finally escape at the end. And as they're doing so, they see a hole at the bottom, like kind of and they're just kind of like, what is that? Like, it's a hole that just, it's a lighted up hole, where it kind of was like, okay, you have a symbolization that there's monsters down there other than just this one. So that's why I was like, okay, that's a good way to leave it off. And how the girlfriend doesn't really care for the brother anymore. So that's why I was like, yeah, that's going to be a build up for next episode. But I love that they're focusing more on the human element in this monster verse. Versus, you know, you got King X Kong, you have Godzilla -1. So now in this one, they're just focused on the human element in this. So that's what we're getting as far as that, and seeing how the humans can survive and thrive while living with these monsters. And that's what Monarch presents. And I'm here for it. So, you guys enjoyed my review of Monarch Legacy of Monsters, episode 4. Subscribe to my channel, post a comment down below, and like the video. It's your boy, D Dyson. Peace. Peace.